manipulate this window the same way as I did it earlier. If I don't like the look and feel, but now notice that it expanded the width of the entire view from left to right to accommodate the other project. If I do arrange all again, notice that it displays them one next to the other. If I click on arrange all again, the project 1 occupies the entire window from left to right. Project 2 occupies the entire window from left to right. And again, I can continue manipulating this if I don't like it. If I don't like the projects to be shown one after the other one from top to down, I could just arrange them one on the left and one on the right vertically. And then obviously if I don't like this setup anymore, because I need to have more space to view everything, I just click on the maximize icon. And then it maximizes everything, project 1 and project 2. The next thing that I would like to introduce is this collapse ribbon. Control F1, and notice when you read in there, it says need a bit more space, collapse the ribbon so only the tab names are shown. But before we go there, let's talk a little bit about the ribbons, right? I'm gonna press Control F1 again to show the ribbon. When you click on these tabs, these are called tabs, every single tab has its own ribbon. And the ribbon is related to the task tab. Everything in here is all in relation to tasks. The next tab is about resource or resources, and every single icon, even the ribbon obviously that you see here, is about resources. The ribbons contain groups, and the groups are divided by vertical lines on the left and on the right. Inside the vertical lines are commands, and the entire section in here is called a group. So here you have the properties group of the resource tab, the assignments group of the resource tab. If I go back to the task, there's so many icons in here, or commands, right? Every icon or name is a command. Here is the schedule group. Notice the vertical lines, left and right, and inside them you have commands pertaining to task, scheduling tasks. Okay? Here is the task group. Here's the insert group, the properties group, and again, each one of those groups have commands inside them. Okay? Every single tab has its own ribbon, and we'll learn more about these ribbons as we move along. All right, let's go back to this collapse ribbon command. When you click on it, it collapses the ribbons. But you may ask, well, how do I get those ribbons back? Very simple, just click on any tab, and you will notice this push pin here. When you click on it, everything comes back, right? They don't disappear anymore. If I want to collapse the window, I just do Control F1 to collapse them, or just click on this icon. And to bring it back, you can also select Control F1. So let's see, I'm gonna click Control F1, hides the ribbon, Control F1 displays the ribbon again. In case you don't remember Control F1 and you are on any ribbon, Notice that the same chevron follows you for every single ribbon. You can hide them, and if you don't remember Control F1, you just click any of the tabs and then look for the push pin. Select it. Okay. The next item is the entry bar. In most cases, the entry bar is not shown, especially when you just install MS Project. If you don't see that the entry bar, which is similar to Excel in that when you're typing a task name, that task name will be shown up here. And all you do is select the green icon to accept it or hit the enter key. And if you don't like what you type, you can just click on the X. To be able to display the entry bar, if it's not there, all you do is select File, Options, Display, and select Entry Bar. If I deselect it, it will not be there anymore. So let's put it back. The next item that I wanted to show you is the timeline, which is an advanced topic. We will not cover the timeline, but I'm going to show you how to remove the timeline from the view. And for that, we're going to click on the View tab and deselect Timeline. It disappears, allowing you to have more space for your view. If you want to show it back, just click on the timeline again. All right, but we're going to leave it there for now. This particular view that you're looking at, meaning the table and this Gantt chart view, the entire thing is called the Gantt chart view. Views are composed of tables and sometimes tables and other kinds of charts or just tables. In this case, the collection of this table and Gantt chart, the entire thing is called the Gantt chart view. Microsoft gives you this table by default. If we click on the View tab and click on Tables, you will notice that the word Entry is selected. Okay, that is the entry table. By default, when you start Microsoft Project, you have this table automatically selected for you. And this table has some default columns: duration, start, finish, predecessors, resource names, and the ability to add more columns. This vertical bar is a divider, which I can move to the right or to the left. In case I have more columns in this area, I will be able to see the rest of the columns. I could add new columns. There's a several number of columns here. As you could see, a bunch of them. We will learn more about those columns, but in the meantime, by default, you have all these columns for you on this table. If you double click on the divider, it just adjusts itself to the last column displayed. So you have the Add New Column, which you can always select to add new columns. But as you add more columns, then the entry table, it's updated, right? Because you will be updating the entry table from the default columns that Microsoft Project gives you. If you want to go back to the Gantt chart view, which is this table and this view on the right-hand side, you just click on the Gantt chart icon. If, for example, you have modified a table by adding a bunch of columns that you just don't care and you want to put it back the way it was initially, you can just reset that table, reset to default. Okay. On the left-hand side, you have the title Gantt chart to signify that you're looking at the Gantt chart view. At the bottom, you have some notifications that Microsoft gives you. It tells you that the tasks that you will be typing are automatically selected, an advanced topic which we will cover later on. And it gives you a ready prompt, meaning that when you are typing something, it awaits for you to hit the enter key. And if you're not typing anything, it just displays the word ready. It's ready to accept information from you. We're going to restore down the window a little bit. And notice again, I'm manipulating it because I just want to show this much of space, because I want to put some emphasis on these horizontal bars. See that? If you have more columns displayed, this horizontal bar will allow you to move the table, move the view so that you're able to see more columns if you have more columns. And the same thing on the right-hand side. Okay. This siding here is called the timescale because it gives you dates, whether it's months, day and year, or quarters, when you manipulate the zoom view of this Gantt chart. Well, what is a Gantt chart? A Gantt chart is a representation of the durations of your tasks. So if you type a task name and you put a duration of, say, 5 days, those 5 days will be represented with a bar on this right-hand side. So it will be, if I type new task, and here, if I type 5 as the number of days, notice that you have a Gantt bar or a Gantt chart using or composed of one bar. And here you see 5 days, right? Monday through Friday. So the width of the bar depends upon the duration of the task. Right below, you have some other icons. In case you have moved to other views, you can always go back to your Gantt chart view, task usage view, which you will learn later on, team planner, resource sheet, and a blank report. And again, if you want to zoom in, notice how the Gantt bar gets smaller and the time scale is adjusted as I zoom. See that now I'm zooming in and there is my bar chart. Okay. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, and I will speak to you at the next lecture.